Good morning, students. This is today's lesson. We're going to be continuing with our country fact assignment, right? So on last week, here we wrote 4 or more questions about our country. Today, we're going to answer those questions, and we're going to write 4 or more facts about the country. So here you see my examples. So here's me. I wrote my name. I wrote the country I'm working on is Costa Rica, right? So I have these are my facts. I wrote, I'm curious about size, population, capital, climate, traditional food, and main languages. So I have my questions here on this last page. And I'm going to take those questions now, these questions. I'm going to take my questions and I'm going to move them to my document. So let's open the country fact sheet document and cut these questions. So I'm going to highlight and Control C. And then Control V and copy the answer. So there's my question. What is the size of Costa Rica? We'll do that one more time. So highlight, Control C, Control V. There we go. So here I am. I have all my questions written down, and I want to select them, maybe make it the font bigger. So I'll make it maybe 20, whatever I like. I can change the font. So I could put, I always like this Comic Sans. That's my favorite. So you saw how I did that. Now I'm going to look for the answers for those. So copy, Control C, and I go to Google. And there. Okay, so I can see here's my answer. So it's good. Copy. Now I'm going to paste my answer here, but I want to take this model, this question stem, and I will underline what I'm answering. The size of Costa Rica. And I'm going to circle the verb, and then I'm going to type that here. Size of Costa Rica. Oops, I spelled that wrong. And then I use the is. I have to switch that around. And there it is. And I want to change my font so that it's the same size. Comic Sans and 20. There we go. And I don't want to use short, so I'm going to say miles squared. Or I can say square miles, but that's my answer. So I will put A, and I have my answer. Let me do that for this one too. Copy. Oh, there it is. So the population is 4.999 million. So I'm going to type that. And I'm going to do that same thing with the questions. The population of Costa Rica is, so I'm going to circle that and I'm going to type that in my answer. The population of Costa Rica is, there we go. Now I can write that different ways. I could also write the number out like this, 4,999, like that. It doesn't matter. Either way is fine. I like the other one, so I'm going to do it like this, million. And I put a period at the end. Okay, so there we go. There's my answer to that question. So I'm going to put Q. And I'm going to put A. And maybe I want to highlight this. Maybe I want to make this, the questions highlighted yellow. And so I'm going to do that. So I made this a little bigger so you can see it, but here's my whole document. Okay. And one thing I want you to remember is when you highlight your questions, don't choose this because that will make change the font. Choose this one, highlight color, okay? And you choose the yellow like that. So also, I want you to use that process of underlining or just choosing this thing to write your answer, right? And then you just switch that around and you put it here. So you can see for down here, I have what are, right? So the traditional foods of Costa Rica. And so instead of putting is, I'm going to say are, right? Are. And I don't want you to just go and copy a bunch of stuff like this, right? Don't just do that. And no, I don't want that. I want you to write your information. Okay? So here's the main languages. So I did that same thing here. Okay, so that's it.